Molo Sanbonani, hello, how's it? Shalom. Welcome to another episode of the BDL Show. I'm standing on Constitutional Hill at the moment where the Constitutional Court is. Of course, that's the highest court in the land. What am I doing here? Well, I'm covering the ACDP. You can see a lot of blue-clad t-shirts behind me. That's the African Christian Democratic Party. Its leader, of course, is Reverend Kenneth Mishra. I'm hoping we'll get a chance to speak to him, but really more interested in speaking to the rank and file of this party. Why are they here? Why is the opposition to the vaccine passport and vaccine mandates so important to the ACDP? The ACDP does seem to be the only party right now that is talking that language of liberty and preserving our freedom. So we're going to have that conversation with the ordinary members of the party and, of course, maybe even some of their leaders. You're watching the BDL Show. Let's get that conversation going. Hey man, how you doing? Can I bother you for a second? Why are you opposed to government forcing us to take a vaccine?
I think, in my opinion, I think everyone has a right. So it's not a must to vaccinate. You will vaccinate if you want. Yes, it's not a must.
One more question. It's refreshing to hear that because, if you watch in media, if you listen to other politicians, they're telling us you must vaccinate. And I'm sure you're not against a vaccine. Your vaccine, if you want it, as you said, you can take it. But when personally, will you be taking a vaccine?
No, me personally, I don't think I will. Yes, I don't think I will because it's against my will.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, brother. Thank you for your time. We'll keep that conversation going. Again, it's kind of refreshing to hear people talk about free will and the idea that things shouldn't be forced on them. I'm going to probe them a bit on the vaccine itself. Are they anti-vaxxers or just anti-vaccine mandates? I think that's also quite important to figure out in terms of the guys over here. Guys, welcome to the BDL Show. We've been listening to your leader, Kenneth Mishra, Kenneth Mishra, speaking on that stage. We'll probably flight some of those snippets of what he said, but I wanted to touch the heart of the ordinary ACDP member, because you guys have never been on this channel, for example. So let me begin here. This protest is an anti-vaccine passport, an anti-vaccine mandate protest. But am I to assume you guys are anti-vaccine?
No, we're not at all. We don't say don't take the vaccine. We only say be informed. So when you make your decision, you know what you are deciding for.
Maybe let me angle the question, because I know it's going to happen in the comment section. Oh, there go those crazy Christians again. Probably saying the vaccine is the devil, and it's going to. I don't know. There's obviously a whole bunch of those tropes that are thrown at you guys. I mean, that's not the message here, is it?
No, it's not the message here. All we're saying is that you have a right to choose. Don't be forced. And personally, not for the party. I know of people who responded negatively to the jab. So we are just saying, if you choose to take the jab, take it, but don't be forced. So we're just standing with those who are protecting those who are standing for liberty.
Absolutely.
So we're standing for the rights of those who are not prepared already or who don't want to do it at all.
Absolutely, guys. Again, I'm sorry to sound all gushy here, but it's so refreshing to hear a political party in this country even say that word liberty, the idea that we are a free people and that our freedoms don't come from politicians, they come from God himself. The Creator has given us those freedoms. On this channel, I talk a lot about us being a faith, flag, family and freedom type.
Of this country is faith-based.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter whether Christians, that's why we stand for religious, we are behind all religions actually. So we're saying, doesn't matter whether you are a Christian or not, you're supposed to be informed. That's why the president is encouraging people to search, read, and know your rights. What's in the vaccine? What's in the vaccine? What is it that you're putting on your body? So you have a freedom to choose what to put into your body.
Absolutely. Guys, thank you so much for your time. Super appreciate it. I know the program is still underway over there. And thank you very much, ladies. There you have it again. I had to have ordinary members, the rank and file here speak. Reverend Meshwe, their leader, is probably going to speak to the mainstream media. I'll bring you snippets, as I mentioned to them, of some of his speech, but you heard it from them as to what this is all about. It's just the freedom to choose, the idea that you have freedoms given to you by God, not by politicians and not by government. The freedoms are yours.
There is one you don't know. This gentleman comes all the way from Bloemfontein. He is heading an organization called Watchers and Gatekeepers. Now this organization is going to work with us to defend any employee who will be fired from work for refusing to take the jab. They are going to work with us to defend your right, not to be forced to put in your body what you don't like. Now, I want to make few comments on some of the posters, okay, that we have here. Because the first one says, my body, my choice. How many agree with this? My body, my choice. All right. Freedom, no, I'm not done with that. Freedom doesn't depend on a vaccine passport. When we protested and fought for liberation, after 1994, people were saying we got what? 1994, people were saying we got what? Did you have this vaccine passport then? But did you have your freedom? Now, does this give you freedom, or does your freedom depend on this? It does not. All right, let's take another one. Now, this one says no to mandatory vaccine. Mandatory vaccine, particularly a vaccine certificate. You will not enter some places. That is apartheid. How many saw the game between Bafana and what? And Ethiopia. Who was allowed inside? The ones who had vaccine certificate. Those that did not have vaccine certificate, they were not allowed. Does that not remind you of apartheid? We must say down with apartheid. Down with medical apartheid. Down with ANC apartheid. Now, they are very strategic, because some of them, when you talk to them, they will say, no, we have not said that. We have not said that. But business has the right. They are strategic. They are pushing business. They are pushing companies to say you cannot enter. If you do not vaccinate, you are going to lose your job. And this must not be allowed. Friends, I say this must not be allowed. ACDP must say this must not be allowed. All right? We are sick and tired of apartheid. And we are not going to have another form of apartheid. We say no to another form of apartheid. We say no to segregate against other people on the basis of vaccine. So this vaccine has brought not salvation but bondage, discrimination, and suffering. And ACDP says no to that. I say ACDP says no to that. Now, freedom to choose what goes into my body. Let me make a controversial statement. Should I? Yes. You like controversy? Yes, President. Give away. Okay. Now, an important person from the metro, I'm going to ask him a question. Should I give you that? I put him on the spot. All right. Kitobua. Mamela. Any object that is put in a human body by force is tantamount to rape. Any object forced into a human being's body by force is tantamount to what? Tantamount to what? So today we must say, all right. Now, nations around the world are being forced. Governments are bringing another form of rape, raping the nations, and we are saying no, no to rape, no to medical rape, no against my will, against my body, no. All right. If we speak, friends, the problem with us many times that we don't speak out. We need to speak. Your freedom, and we are saying that freedom must not be taken by anybody. As we'll be handing our memorandum today, we are giving government 14 days. How many days? 14 days. How many days? 14 days. You must prepare yourselves. If after 14 days they don't give us a satisfactory answer, we will come back here, double the number of people we have here. If you don't fight for your future, nobody will fight for your future. If you don't fight for the future of your children and grandchildren, nobody's going to do that. It is time for God's people to arise. It is time for the cowards to bury their cowardice and rise up for what they believe. I'm not a coward, because God did not give me a spirit of fear, but the spirit of what? All right, before I read the memorandum, how many know that there are verses in the Bible that refers to us as the sheep? Sheep. We are God's sheep, now. And how many know again that the same Bible says, both the righteous are as bold as what? Bold as what? As a lion. Which means there must be times when we reflect the nature of a sheep. There must be times when we reflect the nature of a sheep. But there must be other times when we reflect the nature of a what? A lion. A what? A lion must roar. A lion does not run away. A lion roars. And it is time for the Church of Jesus Christ in South Africa to roar, that our voice will be heard. It is time. It is time now. So we are saying, the jurist spoke about vets. They started in Stellenbosch, and then UCT. Now is Stellenbosch. We are told that these universities are planning to shut doors and gates in the faces of those who are not vaccinated. And we say no. I say, we say what? We say no. We say what? No. We say no. Nobody must be forced. I say nobody must be forced. You go to a chemist and you buy medication from the shelf. When you open the box, inside there's a leaflet that tells you what that medication is made of. And they also tell you what the side effects are. We have been asking government to tell us what is in this COVID-19. What made the manufacturers say, you must give us a guarantee that if anybody suffers from this vaccine, we are not going to be held accountable.
What is that?
For anybody who thinks that already is a danger sign. They have said, give us a guarantee that if anybody suffer serious side effects from this thing, that are not going to be held accountable. We are not going to be sued. We have to visit that thing and say, you kill me, you must pay. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for South Africans to arise. I said it is time for South Africans to arise. Who knows what it means to somersault? You know what it means to somersault? So the president of South Africa has done what? He has somersaulted. The president has somersaulted, okay? Then again he said, nobody would be forbidden from traveling and from enrolling at school.
All right, there you have it, guys. A full day here with the ACDP. As you can see, if you just plan this way a little bit, just for a moment, you know, they're sitting under the shade. It is a bit of a hot day, and they're having lunch now because they've just handed over their memorandum to the DG. I'm not sure which department. I'll probably correct that over here in the text. Very simply, the ACDP's message around being opposed to vaccine mandates is a good one. That message actually does deserve support because it's a function of our freedoms, of our liberties as South Africans. How dare any government suggest that they should have the right to inject and put stuff into our bodies by force? That is just simply unconscionable. Government, like any other entity, has to win the argument by being transparent, by showing people the efficacy of this vaccine in a transparent way. And of course, where there are people who have doubts, take them into your confidence. Don't call them, label them things like anti-vaxxers and conspiracy theorists and all that nonsense, because then you actually do invite those anti-vaxxers and those conspiracy theorists into the conversation. So from my perspective, I do support any political party, any entity that is against the use of force by politicians. In other words, politicians pointing guns at me and you and us as families because they want to do something. So on that end, I agree. But anyway, let me not waffle. I brought you a few of the ACDP members, their views, and of course a snippet of Kenneth Mishwe and his speech on there. Let me know what you think, right? As a parting shot, I want to see in the comment section, you tell me, should government pass a vaccine passport or a vaccine mandate? Both of which are effectively the same thing, but one is a carrot versus stick type scenario. Is that the kind of society you want to live in, where your freedom is contingent on having some sort of medical dompas of some sort, as ANC and other politicians are suggesting? Let me know. Look forward to your comments, guys. Thanks for watching. This has been another episode of the BDL Show. Nice short one. If you want to support the show, wow, it's such a hot day. If you want to support the show, all of those details are in the descriptor of this video. And yeah, super appreciated. And hey, we did have a debate on the show on this particular topic. So if you go into the BDL channel, whether it's on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, look for that debate that we had on the vaccine passport and vaccine mandate. Sorry about the choppy live stream. It is what it is. With that being said, thanks for watching, and remember, never trust a... Hang on, I want to redo that because I thought of something else. Never trust a commie, but also never trust a vaccine passport or mandate.